guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you another Flashback Friday. This is using the Urban Decay Vice 4 palette. Now the palette came in this bag, but it was inside a box, but dear God, I probably threw the box out a really long time ago because this is kind of an old palette. A lot of people typically would not use this palette on their eyes with it being this old. However, I've never had an issue, knock on wood, with older eyeshadows causing me any harm. I have had issues with eyeliners and mascaras, but I've never personally had any issues with eyeshadows. So let's take a look at the Vice 4 palette, shall we? When you take it out of that beautiful zipper pouch, this is the cover of the Vice palette. So pretty. My mother-in-law the other day was like, "Oh, that's really pretty." I was like, "I know, but it's so old. Nobody uses this thing anymore. Break it out, use it with me, create something." That's what Urban Decay was all about. It was creating art on the eyes, essentially. I mean, they have really good like base makeup and everything like that, but everybody always goes to Urban Decay for their eyeshadows and I think for their glitters. It's because Urban Decay has some of the best shadows out there, at least they used to. The shadows nowadays from Urban are pretty bland and they're not what they used to be. This palette right here was probably in Urban Decay's prime. I absolutely adored this palette. It was well loved, but I had so many palettes I wanted to use at the time because it was like every week somebody was coming out with something that this kind of fell to the wayside. So I mean, there's dips in it. It's gotten used, but it's not gotten a lot of love. So that's why I wanted to come on here today and create this beautiful blue eye look for you. And I hope you guys enjoy. So just keep watching. All right, so first I'm going to take my Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is in the original shade, and I'm going to put that on my lids. So next I'm going to take my Jeffree Star JS12 brush and the shade Delete right down here, and I'm going to kind of pack that into my crease and onto the outer corner, really creating like a deep definition. Next, I'm going to take a MAC 217 brush. There's nothing on it, and I'm just going to kind of blend out a little bit using absolutely no shade. Next, I'm going to go in with the Jeffree Star Morphe brush, the JS5, with the shade Bitter, which is this one right here. And I'm going to kind of blend out a little bit and really put that shadow up above the darker Delete shade. I just want to add a little bit more warmth to the look. With the Morphe E22 brush, taking that shade Delete again and blend out a little bit just because there's like a super harsh line and it's really bothering me. So I'm like barely tapping my brush in there. Next, I'm going to take the shade Framed, which is this one right here, and a Morphe brush. This is like a tapered blending brush, and really just go above and kind of blend out any harsh lines right below my brow bone. Next, I'm going to do something I don't typically do. I'm going to carve out like the inner 2/3 of my crease using my Tarte Creaseless Concealer. I'm not very good at this, but the point of my YouTube channel is to practice things I'm not typically good at. So that's what we are going to do. And I'm going to use, this is an Urban Decay shadow brush. It was from a Naked collection, I think. I just like it because it's very thin and it's got that little point, and so it's a little bit easy to go in with concealer. But we'll see how this works. Next, I'm going to take a Luxie 246 Precision crease brush and the shade Arctic, which is this one right here. It's also one of my favorite shades in this palette. It's absolutely beautiful, and I'm going to pack that on everywhere I put that concealer. And now I'm gonna go do my face makeup, and I will be back and we will do the lower lash line. So next I'm going to take the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner. This is in the shade Teaspoon, and I'm going to put that in my bottom waterline. And now I'm going to take the Morphe M423 brush and the shade Grasshopper, which is the green one, and I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. I love this shade. It's so shimmery and so pretty. Next, I'm going to take that Morphe brush that has no number and the shade Framed, which is this one right here, and I'm gonna kind of just blend out any harsh lines on my bottom lash line. This one is very, very skin toned color, so. Next, I'm gonna take my Kat Von D Tattoo Trooper black eyeliner and do a winged liner, or at least attempt a winged liner. Next, I'm going to take the Thrive Cosmetics mascara. I love this mascara. It comes off super easily, and it makes your lashes look so voluptuous. And I am not one to wear fake lashes. You've probably noticed that in some of my videos, but I can't apply them for one, and I hate the way they feel, so I never wear fake lashes. So we're gonna put some of this lovely stuff on. So I'm gonna go finish off my face and I will be back, and then we will talk about the Urban Decay Vice 4 palette a bit. Alright guys, well, let's talk about the Urban Decay Vice 4 palette, shall we? This palette got a lot of love when it first came out, but nobody talks about it anymore. Is it still good? I personally think so. I believe the shimmer shades are definitely worth it. Even the mattes are worth it. However, I do notice that there aren't a ton of mattes in this palette. There are definitely more shimmers than mattes. So I like a good balance between the two, maybe a few more shimmers than mattes, but this really ideally has only a few transition shades. I do think the blues, the pinks, the purples, and definitely this orange up here is super, super pretty. If you have this palette, break it out, use it. You don't buy things just to hold on to them. You buy things to use them. And why let a palette, such a beautiful palette like this, go to waste? I haven't seen anybody do looks on with the Vice 4 in a very long time, which is why I decided to break it out for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed this eye look. Please comment, like, and subscribe below, and I will see you next time. Bye.